The 1611 compared to the 1769 edition of the King James Bible text. There's a common notion, erroneous notion that is, that people claim, well, the 1611 is the exact same as the 1769. Is that true? No. There are many differences, not only in spelling, but also grammar, sentence structure at times, also words that are added in the later text or omitted, and the same for the 1611. So what's the explanation? And are there real examples we can see this for sure? Yes, you'll see the evidence. The 1611 was not perfect. The translators even said so. They said there were some blemishes. Why? They knew it needed revision. Also, they were humble and admitted that they were just human beings, that they are not God and they're not perfect. They are fallen, sinful beings in their sinful nature. They realized that. They never exalted the King James Bible like it was perfect, but the 1769 edition, I believe, by prophecy and fulfillment, also scripture evidence and logical sense itself, that I believe the 1769 edition of the King James Bible text is the perfect, updated, finalized words of God given by inspiration for the English-speaking people. See the evidence for yourself of the differences. The 1611 was the foundation of the perfected text, but it needed to be built upon and repaired and revised. Yes, it was revised. Some people think the word revision is a terrible word to use. No, there were additions and revisions. It's not wrong to say the King James Bible was revised. Yes, it was. To the perfected standard text, I believe to be the 1769 edition, also revealed in Scripture. So, you'll see the difference for yourself. Watch the video all the way through.
People claim that the KJV 1611 text is the same text as the 1769. That's a lie. Now it is true that the overall text is the same, but there were many differences, such as spelling differences, punctuation, grammar, words not in text that should have been, words in text that should not have been, possible printing errors, even the font was different. If the text is the exact same, then why were there revisions of the KJV? There were 7 revisions of the King James Bible: 1613, 1617, 1629, 1638, 1743, 1762, 1769. Definition from Webster's 1828. Perfect. 1. Finished, complete, consummate, not defective, having all that is requisite to its nature and kind, as a perfect statue, a perfect likeness, a perfect work, a perfect system. 2. Fully informed, completely skilled. 3. Complete in moral excellencies. Perfect simply means something finished and complete without blemish or defect. Does perfect necessarily mean sinless? No. It can, but it is not always that definition. In their preface to the reader, the translators wrote this, section 13, an answer to the imputations of our adversaries, for no cause therefore why the word translated should be denied to be the word, or forbidden to be current, notwithstanding that some imperfections and blemishes may be noted in the setting forth of it. The KJV 1611 wasn't perfect as the translators wrote. Why did they write this? Because there were revisions to be done to it. There were 7 according to history. I've heard the statement, and read it as well, that the 1611 is the same text as the 1769. That's absurd. Sure, the text is the same in at least 90%. But there were differences like spelling, some grammar, printing errors, different font, and even some words that were added later. Possibly because something was mistranslated, or they saw they left a word out that needed to be inserted, or a word inserted that needed to be left it out but it did not happen and needed to be corrected. That's why the 1611 was not perfect. Conclusion. As you can see, differences of spelling, grammar, even words inserted or subtracted are clearly observed as differences. So which one was right? I believe the 1769 was the final revision and perfected edition of the KJV text. It has been updated with the proper spelling, punctuation, grammar, even the proper words in the text. Was it done perfectly in the 1769? Yes, I believe it was. It is that 1769 Oxford text that the scripture reveals in 2 Timothy 3:16-17.